Wow, I love what I do. I just helped a woman overcome her drinking, and I just wanted to share her story. Some of the details have been changed just for confidentiality and anonymity. But yeah, like, wow. So, what I do in a session is I take a client back to the root cause and the reason for why they have an issue. So, we asked her mind what is the root cause and the reason for why she's drinking and why she can't stop drinking. So, she's a woman in her 30s, she's married with some kids, she's drinking too heavily, she's drinking to the point where she's got a little bit of memory loss. Sometimes she doesn't even, remember what she's done in the evening. When she wakes up the next day, she's feeling pretty bad about it. She's not happy with it. She wants to change, but she just keeps doing it. So she can have periods where she stays stopped for a couple of months, and she eats healthy and exercises and does all the right things, and then boom, something will start her drinking again. So, under hypnosis, I took her back to the root cause and the reason for why she drinks. And it was fascinating, really fascinating. When she was a young girl, her mother left and she was left alone with her father. And so, she didn't have a mother to guide her, and she basically had all this sadness and all this grief that her mum had left. And because she was only a teenager, she didn't know what to do with it. And she realized when she was drinking that when she was drinking, she'd get emotional and she'd cry, and all these overwhelming feelings would come out of her. And so it was really fascinating because one part of her mind thought, well, drinking's really good for me because it pushes down the feelings. And another part of the mind was like, well, it lets them out. It's a great excuse for me to cry. Like how sometimes you get really drunk and you're just crying and like, "Ugh," and then the next day you can say, oh, it's because I was drunk. So it was a great excuse to let out some of that trapped grief, some of that trapped sadness that she couldn't express as a child when she drank. So that's what she learned when she was a teenager, but she also had the connection. So her mind also believed that to fit in, to belong, to connect to my friends, I have to drink. Even when she went too far and ended up feeling sick or vomiting or, making a fool of herself, her mind still took her back to, but you've got to fit in, you've got to connect, and you've got to belong. And now she's in her 30s, married and with kids. She knows logically with her adult mind that she doesn't need alcohol to connect, she can belong. She's got friends, people who like her that don't drink. She doesn't have to be, drunk to connect to people. But that part of her mind was still thinking that she did. And so, under hypnosis, when we spoke to that part of the mind, I'm just going to refer to a few of my notes. It actually said, I'm the part of, let's call her Mary. I'm the part of Mary that, makes her drink alcohol. And I'm doing that to allow her to feel like she can fit in and connect. She's an adult now. She doesn't need that. And she saw that really clearly. And then it said, I've got to protect her and give her an outlet for her feelings. So many of us are repressing and suppressing our feelings. When I had the session with this lady, Mary, I literally felt goosebumps at one point of the session because it was like hearing my own story. So I repressed and suppressed my feelings with alcohol, drink, same thing, alcohol, drugs, food, exercise for a period, work. It was also that I didn't feel these overwhelming feelings. But the thing about feelings is they're best up and out of us because it's when they're in us and they're not coming out, that's when they're causing us a problem. So, yeah, this woman has messaged me already after the session saying she already feels free. It was fascinating. It was like seeing that for her, drink was a good excuse to let out the feelings. It was a good excuse to cry and express the feelings that she couldn't feel that she could cry. It was a way to connect and fit in as a teenager. And so it's helping her mind to see that you're an adult now. You can connect, and you can let out your feelings in healthier ways. If you need to have a cry, for me, I like to put on a sad movie if I know I need to cry and let out those feelings. I don't need to know what I'm letting go of, just that I'm letting go. I can connect with my friends and family without alcohol. I got her to help her see that she can connect without alcohol. It pushes down the pain, but it also keeps us in pain. So actually, it's more healthy for us to feel the pain, to grieve and move through that. Because once a feeling has been felt and acknowledged, then it can go. when it's in us and trapped, that's when it's causing us problems. So, this lady has freedom from excess drinking. And already immediately after the session, she's already messaged me saying she feels free. So I just love what I do. Thanks for listening. Hope you found something useful and helpful.